Welcome to the National Institute of Academics. Barron'S Gre words list 28. Lament, low. Word, lament. Meaning, grieve, express sorrow. Sentence, even advocates of the war lamented the loss of so many lives in combat. Word, lampoon. Meaning, ridicule. Sentence, this article lampoons the pretensions of some movie moguls. Word, languid. Meaning, weary, sluggish, listless. Sentence, her siege of illness left her languid and pallid. Word, languish. Meaning, lose animation, lose strength. Sentence, left at Miss Minchin's school for girls while her father went off to war, Sarah Crew refused to languish. Instead, she hid her grief and actively befriended her less fortunate classmates. Word, languor. Meaning, lassitude, depression. Sentence, his friends tried to overcome the languor into which he had fallen by taking him to parties and to the theater. Word, lap. Meaning, take in food or drink with one's tongue, splash gently. Sentence, the kitten neatly lapped up her milk. Word, larceny. Meaning, theft. Sentence, because of the prisoner's record, the district attorney refused to reduce the charge from grand larceny to petty larceny. Word, larder. Meaning, pantry, place where food is kept. Sentence, the first thing Bill did on returning home from school was to check what snacks his mother had in the larder. Word, largesse. Meaning, generous gift. Sentence, Lady Bountiful distributed largesse to the poor. Word, lassitude. Meaning, languor, weariness. Sentence, after a massage and a long soak in the hot tub, I gave in to my growing lassitude and lay down for a nap. Word, latent. Meaning, potential but undeveloped, dormant, hidden. Sentence, Polaroid pictures are popular at parties, because you can see the latent photographic image gradually appear before your eyes. Word, lateral. Meaning, coming from the side. Sentence, in order to get good plant growth, the gardener must pinch off all lateral shoots. Word, latitude. Meaning, freedom from narrow limitations. Sentence, I think you have permitted your son too much latitude in this matter. Word, laud. Meaning, praise. Sentence, the NFL lauded Boomer Esiason's efforts to raise money to combat cystic fibrosis. Word, lavish. Meaning, liberal, wasteful. Sentence, the actor's lavish gifts pleased her. Word, Ajax. Meaning, careless. Sentence, we dislike restaurants where the service is lax and inattentive. Word, leaven. Meaning, cause to rise or grow lighter, enliven. Sentence, as bread dough is leavened, it puffs up, expanding in volume. Word, lechery. Meaning, lustfulness, impurity in thought and deed. Sentence, in his youth he led a life of lechery and debauchery, he did not mend his ways until middle age. Word, leery. Meaning, suspicious, cautious. Sentence, Don't eat the sushi at this restaurant. I'm a bit leery about how fresh the raw fish is. Word, legacy. Meaning, a gift made by a will. Sentence, part of my legacy from my parents is an album of family photographs. Word, legend. Meaning, explanatory list of symbols on a map. Sentence, the legend at the bottom of the map made it clear which symbols stood for rest areas along the highway and which stood for public campsites. Word, legerdemain. Meaning, sleight of hand. Sentence, the magician demonstrated his renowned legerdemain. Word, leniency. Meaning, mildness, permissiveness. Sentence, considering the gravity of the offense, we were surprised by the leniency of the sentence. Word, listless. Meaning, lacking in spirit or energy. Sentence, we had expected him to be full of enthusiasm and were surprised by his listless attitude. Word, litany. Meaning, supplicatory prayer. Sentence, on this solemn day, the congregation responded to the prayers of the priest during the litany with fervor and intensity. Word, lithe. Meaning, flexible, supple. Sentence, her figure was lithe and willowy. Word, litigation. Meaning, lawsuit. Sentence, try to settle this amicably. I do not want to become involved in litigation. Word, loath. Meaning, reluctant, disinclined. Sentence, Romeo and Juliet were both loath for him to go. Word, loathe. Meaning, detest. Sentence, booing and hissing, the audience showed how much they loathed the wicked villain. Word, lofty. Meaning, very high. Sentence, though Barbara Jordan's fellow students used to tease her about her lofty ambitions, she rose to hold one of the highest positions in the land. Word, lope. Meaning, gallop slowly. Sentence, as the horses loped along, we had an opportunity to admire the ever-changing scenery. Word, loquacious. Meaning, talkative. Sentence, though our daughter barely says a word to us these days, put a phone in her hand and see how loquacious she can be. Our phone bills are out of sight. Word, lout. Meaning, clumsy person. Sentence, that awkward lout dropped my priceless vase. Word, low. Meaning, moo. Sentence, from the hilltop, they could see the herd like ants in the distance, they could barely hear the cattle low.